Hi, in this video I'm going to be doing an analysis of an encounter in Halo 3. So an encounter is basically just a player versus enemy kind of interaction in an FPS game. So like a fight or a firefight or a battle. Um, so I'm going to be using the Ark, which is the 6th mission in Halo 3's 9-mission campaign. And in this particular encounter that I'm going to be showing is at the very start of the level. So the level does something interesting in that it starts you out with the sniper rifle. And I'm going to be walking through step by step what the player goes through first out of game, and then I'm going to be doing a playthrough in game. So at the start here, the Master Chief, the player, is going to start right here, and it has this really nice framing shot where it kind of these rocks on either side kind of direct you up this pathway to a nice overview of the map. So as the player, what you're going to do is naturally you're inclined to follow the path of least resistance, which is straight up here. Now you could drop down here and just charge right into this battle, but again, the framing does a really nice job of, hey, I have a sniper rifle, I probably want to get the high ground. So it brings this player up here where it gives you this really nice angle of the enemies, and you can pick your target and start the fight out on your terms and how you want to. So this is a really important thing for enemy roles in particular. So brutes are kind of like the main threat of any kind of Halo 3 mission, because they're the ones that have more health, they do more damage, they typically have explosive weapons right here like this brute shot. It's going to have more splash damage and it's going to be a bigger threat to the player. So being able to frame your shot up on this ridge to take out, say, this golden one who appears to be like the leader is really important and really powerful. And then once you've taken out the brutes and stuff, all that remains are these kind of swarmers or these range type enemies. So I have the grunts and the jackals, and they're not as threatening, and they typically kind of run away if you get close enough. So they're not that big of a threat. One thing I kind of actually dislike about this is this sniper tower right here is not being used by anything. There's an enemy in the game which is just the jackal with a sniper rifle, and I think it would make sense to have one positioned up here, so it's kind of like a counter to you up on the ridge. So it's like a sniper versus sniper type thing, and maybe it makes you consider what you shoot first. Do you want to shoot the brute leader, or do you want to shoot the other sniper? What's more valuable to you as a player? So I would have liked to seen that, but I think it makes sense here because it, at least thematically, since it gives a view over these walls to an enemy, and maybe that's why it makes this ambush so powerful, is because there's nothing up here to spot you before you can get to the ridge. Anyways, so that's kind of like the verticality and the sightline type thing, is you have this large height advantage over the enemies, and these sight lines are really good for you in both ways. Looking out, it's super easy to pick your target and shoot whatever you want, but you also have these rocks here which you can use for cover. So even the explosive weapons from the brutes aren't even going to be that great, since you have this nice wall here that you can use for your advantage. So this is really a flanking kind of encounter where you control the glow of the battle. You start it off whenever you want to. The AI in this game is pretty helpful in that these Marines won't actually shoot anything until you shoot first. So that's really nice. And then one interesting thing about the flow of this battle is once you actually defeat the brutes and start to move in to clear out the swarmers actually end up being more powerful than the brutes, because now you're in this confined area and grenades can be more deadly that the swarmers like to throw. And then after that, you'll just continue on through this tunnel. And it's a pretty brief encounter, but I think it's really powerful, and it's a good example of great game design. Alright, so I'm in game now, and I can again see that this shot is framed for me. And I have these Marines with me, so we're walking up the bridge together. And as I get to the top, I can see another sniper rifle drop here so I can get more ammo if I need it. And then I can line up my shot, and I can take out whatever enemies I want to. So I'm going to focus the one with the explosives, because I think he's the most dangerous. So I'm going to shoot him, shoot the second one, and then get rid of the third one. So now all the leaders are dead, and here comes some more. So again, just pick my shots, and already I've kind of eliminated all the threats, and now it's just kind of cleaning up the swarmers. So I can lob grenades down, I can switch to my other rifle. I don't have to waste sniper rifle shots. And these enemies are more trivial. They're not as dangerous as the brutes are. So as I go through here and I clean up, I can see that the enemies kind of like to use the sniper tower. They like to get up here. So that's a cool interaction with the AI. Is cool where they'll look for things to interact with. And then once I get to the end, the enemies start to flee, and that's the encounter. So it's pretty quick and pretty easy, but it's really it feels good as a player to kind of drop on these enemies and take them out pretty easily. So yeah.